Hello, I'm Ollie Collins from VCC Homes, and this video is about how we use digital signatures and how that speeds up the whole process of sending and receiving documents.
Right, so let me give you a quick sort of show around about how Adobe Sign works. This is the main dashboard that you have when you log in. It's got a quick option to get signatures signed, so you can either load it up manually if you click that one, or you can select a document that you've already preloaded into the system. And you do that by sort of adding templates to the library, so you can build up a library of regular documents that you use. So just like the ones here, you know, if you've got a single tenant in a HMO or you've got a double room, I've pre-filled out the documents that are ready to use. As it is the 3rd of July, as I'm recording this, the activity for this month is nothing because I haven't done anything in July, but you'd have a list of things that you've been doing. You've got here, if anything's waiting for you to sign, it comes up here, and then you've got recent events, which I've stripped down because I don't want to breach data protection, so I've had to get rid of people's names out of there. But you can see that, like earlier on, I cancelled something I sent to myself, and it just shows you everything that's been happening. So let me show you this dashboard as well, the Manage dashboard. Okay, so this is the Manage section of Adobe Sign. In here you've got little tabs, obviously like stuff that's waiting for you to sign. If anything's been sent out for signatures, if you've sent an AST contract out, you can see who you're waiting for to sign that. In here, again, don't want to break data protection, but these are all the documents that I've had signed, so they're all filed away in there, which I then obviously take off the system as well and save it into another place, obviously for like disaster recovery, or just, you know, I use Dropbox, so I put all the signatures and stuff and files in there. Here's my library template, so if I want to get any one of these signed real quick, I'll show you sort of how that works. You can literally type it in here, send, or you can edit. I like to pre-fill out the forms because it does take a little bit of time. So you type in here, you know, test email.com, you enter your email address. Okay, so when you've hit send, it will process the document, and then you now have your Word documents. For example, here's our AST contract, and I've pre-filled out. So what you can do is you can get someone, you can pre-fill it out so that before you send it to the first person, you have to fill out some details, which is the boxes that I've got here. Then it will get sent to, say, your tenant. They will then fill out the mandatory boxes that you've put. Then it gets sent back to myself, and then I will, on the move-in day, finalise the signatures, etc., etc. And then it gets email to myself and email to the tenant, and you can have everything timed, or everything is time and date stamped, so you can see exactly when someone opened the document, when they sent it, etc., etc. So yeah, overall, we think Adobe Sign is just really good. You know, they're the digital document leader. It's, you know, all legal nowadays. It's so easy to use. While we use that, it's just so quick. Like it means that I don't have to go out and physically meet a tenant or, you know, a potential landlord. So yeah, while we use it, it's, you know, it just speeds everything up. You don't have to go out and meet people. You know, send them an AST contract, hope that they don't lose it, and then get them to scan it and send it back, or get them to drive to your office, or whatever. It just really does speeds up the whole process of getting anything signed. Adobe are like a huge company. They've got enterprise grade reliability. This service is not going to go down. I think they're the leaders. There are other people, like you've got DocuSign that I'm aware of. I've never used their services. I think they are a little bit cheaper than Adobe Sign, but we're happy to pay for the premium to use Adobe Sign, as we think they're the best. So basically, it just makes us really efficient. It's a great tool, a great modern day tool to have. It improves our service as tenants can get stuff done quicker. You can set sort of, if someone's got a contract they need to sign, you can set a reminder every day for them to automatically be emailed to remind them to sign that document. I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't think I would go to a paper system, as that would just be too laborious and take too long of a time. Let me give you another example. If you want to add a template to the library, so if we go to add files, okay, so this is where it will load up the document into the system, and then what you can do is pre-fill out all the boxes and stuff like that that you want to have inputted. So if I give you a little example, what we do is we initial, etc., etc. So there's normally 3 fillable boxes. You've got a sender pre-fill, so before you send it out, you fill out the information that you want the tenant, for example, to see. You've then got participant 1, who would be the tenant if you're doing an AST contract, and then you could be participant 2, so you put your final signatures on before signing it. Now obviously you don't want to sign an AST contract document and do all the bits that you need to do, send it out to a tenant who then fills it out. You've then got a signed agreement, they haven't paid, and then you're in a tricky situation there. So yeah, you need to maintain control all the time, but this is what Adobe Sign lets you do. So yeah, you can put your initials in here, you can drag boxes bigger and smaller, fill them out however you want, double click it, it sort of tells you which person you want to fill it out. I'll show you a signature at the bottom of it, so you can put a signature box in here. Make that a bit smaller and then bring it down. I won't spend time filling that in, but yeah, you've literally got loads of different bits. You can put emails, dates, so put date across here, make that smaller and bigger. Text input, normally I put those property addresses, you drag them bigger and you can type it in. Yeah, so you can pre-fill out your documents so that, on the day someone moves in or moves out, you don't have to do all of this again. It's just done ahead of time. So long as you don't change the contract, one of the downsides is that if you make an amendment to the document, you then have to reload it back up and put all the signatures back in again. But, typically, like for our check-ins, the document doesn't need to change. So once you do the work at the front end, it doesn't require a load of work again.